Hi everybody, today I just want to do a follow-up with the Dollar Tree video. So I'm going to just kind of wait for some people to come in the chat room and see if we get anybody in here soon. I'm a little bit earlier, a little bit early, sorry. I'm using my laptop to, not my laptop, my tablet to read comments. So I don't have to try to read them on the phone. So I just try to read them on the phone. So I just try to read them on the phone. So I just try to read them on the phone. So and my volume's down now. So anyways, I'm just gonna get started. I did a video about Dollar Tree and the food prices at Dollar Tree. So, and I'm still thankfully getting views. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's been supporting my channel and everybody who's new to my channel. I really do appreciate it. Food prices are very important to me because they just keep going up, and it just seems like we get no break on what we're paying for food. And it's just getting kind of ridiculous. So I do appreciate the comments from that video again, and everybody who subscribed. I'm going to try to start doing more lives on my channel, so there's just more interaction between us about what's going on. So my thing is, I'm kind of curious, like, from the people who, shop at Dollar Tree or did shop at Dollar Tree. I don't know why it's dark down here. I don't know why that's there. I have to do this every time. I don't need to more. Okay. So anyways, hi, welcome to the room or to the chat. So I was just doing a follow-up video from my last video where we were talking about Dollar Tree raising their prices, and I'm kind of just curious, like, I was really happy to see some of the comments, I have to be honest, of people who were shopping at different stores, left comments that, they can get this, they can get that cheaper at different stores instead of just Dollar Tree, because that's my theory on it. I can't buy everything at Dollar Tree, nor honestly do I want to, because think of the quality. I'm a quality over quantity person, so that's very important to me. So at $1.25 now, $1.50, come on. So, oh, hi, thank you, I appreciate it. I will be doing lives more at night, so you might want to, if you're not into discussing like the prices of everything going up and stuff like that, I'll be doing like just live chats, just to chat at nighttime. So anyways, I want to know how people feel about the $1.50 price increase. Like, are you still going to go shopping there? A lot of the items at Dollar Tree for the food, I was really impressed. I need to be honest, that they didn't change all the food to $1.50. I mean, at $1.25, I can go somewhere else and get how many of the items for a cheaper price. I mean, that's just like the pasta. Let's start with the pasta. $1.25, I can run to Aldi's and get that for, it's either 89 or 98 cents. I can't remember. But Aldi's is like one of the stores I do shop very often. With Dollar Tree and also Hy-Vee combined. I do Hy-Vee. I shop at Hy-Vee because, why am I not getting all my comments on my tablet? Hy-Vee will have, I swear, they have, okay, they'll have sales in store that are not advertised. That's just my opinion, but it just seems to work out that way when I go in there. I'll find meat or something on sale, and I'm like, I didn't see this in a flyer. So always check out like your bigger stores like I do, and just see, um, oh, hold on, I got a message I need to review. Mm. And it's not letting me review it, so I don't even know. But anywho, moving on, I'm just gonna look at messages that I can see on my iPad. So as I was saying, I was very impressed that they didn't raise a bunch of the food prices, like the canned goods and stuff like that. But I know I can find them cheaper at other stores. So I'm just kind of wondering how many other people out there are just like doing the same thing as some of the comments I received. Like, you know, they're finding this at Walmart or Aldi's, if you have Aldi's. I know not everybody has an Aldi's, and I find that kind of interesting that they're not a bigger chain store than what they are. Thank you for the comment. Yeah. So, and I do understand that Dollar Tree is an option for some people only. Like, that's all they have is Dollar Tree. I've driven by some small towns in the state I live in, and they have Dollar Tree and Dollar General, or what's that other one? Family Dollar next door to it. And I'm just like, oh, I mean, like that's literally it. And how many people have been in those stores? Their Dollar Tree is not like what my Dollar Tree is like. Their prices are higher. It's crazy. Um, I'm trying to think. I think there was like 2 or 3 aisles maybe that were at the $1.25 price when I was in there. That was it. Everything else was higher than that. You're already paying like what you'd pay at a normal retail store, like Walmart, Target, things like that. So, well, thank you for the compliment, the Joker. I so appreciate it. Um, you could always go somewhere else then. So, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I have not done a live for like a long time. I'm just kind of getting back into the rotation of doing lives and, you know, making time to do this. And I thought, well, I have an hour today. Let's like just kind of discuss food prices and what people are doing. So for me personally, I don't start at Dollar Tree first. I'm just going to start at Dollar Tree, what I do to save money and see how the room goes. I know a lot of people are still at work or, you know, out and about, but I actually start at Aldi's and I get most of my supplies there. The pasta's cheaper than Dollar Tree. Um, try bread. It's actually, I've never bought the bread at Dollar Tree. If anybody has, please leave it in the comments. But I usually just pick that up like at Dollar Tree or I get it at Hy-Vee because it is like about the same price at Hy-Vee as it would be at Aldi's. So I just stop there. And then a lot of the canned goods, honestly, I can get cheaper at Aldi's also. So I do understand people, again, that don't have Aldi's, don't have these options, and Dollar Tree is their only option. Now, I did also get comments about people that were getting food that was expired from Dollar Tree. And I found that really, well, disappointing, number one. But number two, I've never had that experience. You know, what I do buy there, I always check my expiration dates before I go into Aldi's, just to let you know. Like, well, anywhere I shop. While I'm shopping, I'm the one who's checking the expiration dates, checking the produce to make sure it's fresh, that kind of thing. Checking the bag of potatoes to make sure, like, there's not a bunch of potatoes that are starting to go rotten, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's me. It amazes me how many people, with the prices as high as they are, that just, I see them all the time. They just walk by and pick up a carton of strawberries and they're on their way. And I'm like, you didn't even check that. Like, I went through that. So the ones I saw, how many of them were already bad? They were going bad. Like, I hope you're going home right away and cleaning these and putting these in your fridge. That's just because why are you paying for something that how many are expired? And if you put them, get home and just put them in the fridge and pull them out in 2 days, how many more are gonna be, rotten? And then you're out the money. It just that amazes me. So, um, anyways, as I was saying, so that's where I go first. Is I try to do the Aldi's and check out my deals there. I am very lucky. I am very blessed because Dollar Tree is on the way to Aldi's, Hy-Vee, and Walmart. So I can stop at any one of those stores and where I know I can get it for a cheaper price. And then I can stop at Dollar Tree on my way home if something there is actually a cheaper price. It's not a dig on Dollar Tree. It's just that everything has gone up in price that we need to know our prices at every store, like every store we go to. Like, I know I can get the pasta cheap at Aldi's. Like, we need to know that before we just run to Dollar Tree and figure everything is $1.25 or $1.50. Hello, Miranda. I appreciate you stopping in. So just kind of going over some food prices and Dollar Tree yesterday from my video on that and what people are paying. And I was saying that I was really happy that I saw that people were really comparing prices and left it in the comments that they can find items cheaper at our stores. Because this day and age is just getting to the point where we have to. I mean, not everybody has to, but me financially, I feel like I'm on a budget. It doesn't matter what your budget is, basically, but it's my responsibility to make sure that I'm getting the best deal possible on everything. So, oh, yeah, yeah, I think everybody is at this time, and it's so sad because it's like prices are raising on everything, just like everything. So a lot of people are struggling, and it's like, what do we do about it? You know, I mean, like food, I mean, it's easy. We all know to shop the sales. I mean, if you have any good tips, please leave it on in the comments. But as I was saying, I go to Aldi's first because I know I can get food for cheaper at Aldi's than what I can at Dollar Tree. That was the last video I did, was a Dollar Tree food walkthrough. And it just it's hard. I mean, people really are struggling this day and age. So it just amazes me at the people who are just like, not watching prices. Like, I sit there and I watch them in Aldi's. They just grab this, they grab that. They're in the meat department and I just see them picking, meat up. And I'm like, the meat department is the one department, though, I have to be honest, where people do stand there more from what I've seen in my area. And they're looking at the prices and they're kind of checking out the meat more and they're like debating whether they're going to buy it or not. Like, I've seen people walk away with nothing from the meat department because of the price. I mean, think about that. $9.99 for a pound of meat. That's a lot of money. I mean, it all adds up. Okay, so you have to, wow, you have to go to out of town for Aldi. Okay, but, oh, so you haven't even tried shopping at Aldi's yet. Okay. Well, I can tell you that, like, when I go into Aldi, I've never had any problems with their pasta, their bread. I'm trying to think. Okay, for recipes, you've been cutting your beef in half. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like food stretchers. I kind of do foods that I can like make 2 or 3 meals out of. Like I cooked up some hamburger meat and I don't even remember if I was just gonna make hamburgers that night or what I was gonna do. but I started making gravy right away out of the grease, the hamburger grease, and then just changed the meal to um, hamburger gravy on toast. Like it was simple, and just add some of the meat in there, and then I had the leftover meat for another meal. That's another piece of one of my things that I do personally to save a little bit money personally is number one, I'm not, it's, it's summertime, it's hot, but I'm saving money on the electric. I can stretch the food further. I buy food stretchers like potatoes, rice, that kind of thing, and add it into some of the foods. One pan meals are really, really good for doing that. So you might want to try some of those. I might do like a couple cooking videos on here, but like I'm not really big into cooking, to be honest. Like when I do, I make fast and simple. And as I said, like I just try to make a few things the same time when I am cooking, because I can put it in the fridge and eat it later. And it is more convenient. But um, yeah, you don't have to make a ton of food either. Okay, you've been doing the potatoes, rice, yeah, the skillet meals. They're so much easier, and they save so much time. But for me, um it's getting old. Like I watch these other channels that they're like, well, if you have to eat chicken for a week, eat chicken for a week because it's only $1 or something. And I don't think they understand that until people have stocked up and you know, have enough chicken, and then you can catch, hamburger meat on sale, that people get tired of eating chicken all the time. Like, give them a break. Like, this is getting really outrageous. Yeah, fresh fruit, the vegetables and fruit are expensive. I do put shorts out on my channel. Um, yeah, yeah. I do shorts on my channel, like of oldies and stuff. So some food shorts. Right now, I'm kind of doing like a summertime thing because kids being out of school. That's why I've been kind of putting out for shorts is like some stuff that's in Dollar Tree, and then like Five Below, that kind of thing to keep kids busy this summer so they're not bored. And it's not like when I grew up in the 80s, well, actually I graduated in the 80s, our parents just sent us outside to play. So yeah, so anyways, there'll be a lot more food shorts coming up there, but I gotta admit that I do, on the shorts, I do put other things on my shorts videos, because it's like if I see something that's a good deal, whether it's a need or a want, I'm going to share it in case somebody needs it or wants it. So, oh, okay, so it's about a 20-minute drive from you. That's not bad. I mean, but considering the gas money, I can understand that. Um, at Aldi's, just be careful when you go in there, like their potatoes. I've had an issue, like just check over the bags really well, because the potatoes are kind of wet. So I always just bring the bag home and open the bag, because otherwise, they're going to spoil. But I've also found spoiled potatoes in the bag. So that's another thing to watch out for. And also, the 5-pound bag is more expensive, ironically, than the 10-pound bag. So I always video that, but I don't think people get to that point, you know, to see it, because it's like, really? I'm paying 50 cents. I think it's about, no, you're paying more for 5 pounds, but I don't understand it, because I'm like, I know people don't want to do food waste, but make more out of the potatoes and stretch it. Oh, you're welcome. It's no problem. And like any tips I can give, of what I do, I'm gonna get, say, and anything that, any that you have, I always appreciate reading and seeing what people are doing. But that is one big one. And always check like their produce there. I just learned that from You can always give away to others that need as well if you have too much. That's true too. And also another idea is churches right now. There's a lot of churches in my area that are now participating in doing food pantries. So if somebody is really struggling to put food on the table, check out some of these churches because I know that there are some that they don't need your income. So it doesn't matter how much you make, they're they're handing out food. So that's always a good place to check out. Is definitely the different churches. And if they do, and it doesn't hurt if they do want your income, to see if it's because I think it's a little bit higher because there's one I went to that I'm gonna video because well, I see it on like their sign all the time, but somebody had mentioned that to me and I was like, I'll go check it out and see what it's about. Okay, so you're on disability. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can imagine you got your benefits cut to zero. SNAP benefits or just your regular disability? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I imagine they are a big help. So if you have to, because I don't know what your area you're in, but like if you have churches in your area, um, check out their food pantries and see what see when they are, see because I Google it, just look it up on Google because I am seeing more and more in my area, and I'm just like, wow, like, there's a lot of people hurting when there's how many more churches popping up. I only knew of one that was like in a city beside me, and now it's just like it's all over. Um, oh goodness. Yeah, I don't understand kind of why they're taking those away. Wow. Yeah, with all the new laws. I'm one that the SNAP benefits, like, why are they taking away from people? Especially when they're on disability. And the elderly. I mean, who are living on Social Security. Like, some of them, I see in the comments, like, some people complain that they get like 20 something dollars a month if they qualify at all. So they don't do it. And I'm like, but if you got 20 something dollars a month, what would 20 something dollars a month buy you? So why would you just pass it up when other people are losing their benefits to 100%? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, think about what you could buy for 20 something dollars. As far as like proteins, if you want to do the protein route, you could buy a few staple proteins to have in your household. I forgot to turn off my camera. Sorry. I don't know if it's coming through or not. But you could buy how many like meat, you could buy like hamburger, you could buy pork loins usually. Uh everything's going up in price, but it's one of the cheaper ones. You could buy how much chicken with 24 bucks a month. I mean, heck, if I got that, I would be like maybe, I just would wait for the sales and go just stock up on that even though it's $24, right? Because I hear a lot of people saying $5 a week, $5 a week. It adds up. It does. So why wouldn't you just do the same thing now and get that help and go get $25 of food? Basically. Yeah, it is very stressful. Yeah, that 20 bucks. Yeah, the way you can buy us a week of stuff. Yeah, it's amazing what $20 can do. Um, and then it's I don't know, like I started honestly because I am on a very tight budget. I started by stocking up, is what I did. And I'm grateful that I did that because then it kept me from being in a pattern where I mean, I'm still worried about food prices. I'm still worried about, like, oh gosh, what can I afford? What can I afford? That kind of thing. You know, where's all this going? And how much further higher up are they going to go? And I don't want to buy GMO, meat. So, oh, I wish you luck. I mean, that's, yeah. Do you watch a lot of the, like, cooking videos on here? I'm just kind of curious to see, like, what they're saying, for, because, I can't think of her name. Um, she does a cooking channel, and, like, she'll do a $10 a week one or a $20 a week one. But my thing with those is, they're, and bless their hearts, I'm glad they do it. But my thing is, they're assuming that you already have the butter, the salt, the pepper, the milk, and stuff like that. And I know there's a lot of people who are struggling harder than that don't have those items. Okay, you do? That's okay. Um, okay. Yeah, it's always good to learn how to cook. I've kind of forgotten how to, I don't want to say forgotten how to, but I've kind of lost my knack for cooking because I really just do make simple meals. So it's kind of like starting all over. Well, it kind of comes back to you, but in a way, it's kind of like starting all over again. I don't personally, myself, I don't use recipes. I'm going to be honest, I don't. Like, I shop my fridge and my pantry first, and then I go from there on what to add when I go to the grocery store. Now, I'm not always the best at that because I'm just going to keep it real with you. Like, I'll go pick up my mom who needs groceries, and I'm just like, well, while I'm here, I might as well pick up a few things. I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't check the eggs, I didn't check my milk. But if I happen to buy one extra because I think I need it, and I get home and I'm like, well, I have this much milk left, yeah, I'm gonna make some gravy or some kind of soup or something like that. You'll get better at cooking. Um, I didn't like I've seen like where people are like peanut butter sandwiches because somebody put out a video like $10. You had $10 till you got paid again. Like, what would you do? And I was like, I wouldn't do like peanut butter sandwiches because, well, who wants to eat that for lunch and dinner every day? I mean, if you had to, you could, but I could go down to Dollar Tree and get a 2 pound bag of rice for, well, I think it's still $1.25. I buy the brown rice. I just like it. I prefer it. So that's a really good food stretcher. The potatoes are a really good food stretcher. There are so many casseroles you can make with that. I mean, you could do, let me see what you put here. I have, oh gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That would definitely make it difficult. Yeah, wow. So maybe like if you get some sort of meat on a good sale, maybe cook that up the night before for your last comment of what you're going through, and then maybe like chop it up in different cooking times. Like, okay, I'm gonna cook the meat, put it in the fridge, put the grease in the fridge, and then maybe follow up, or if you want to sit down, take a break, and then come back to it, I can understand that also, just to get it done. Okay, yeah, we're pre-made, but yeah, they are so expensive. Like, well, and the other thing with the pre-made meals is look at the back of them. I mean, it's just outrageous. Oh, well, you're welcome. Yeah, I would do that. I would cook up your protein the night before and always make sure to shop your pantry and then just come up with ideas. Like I know there's a lot of people that go by recipes and the recipe. No, thank you. Like if I have potatoes on hand, I'm gonna cut up potatoes and I can fry them up, fry that up and fry up some hamburger. And, I can make that into a casserole if I want to. There's so many options with that. Like the hamburger, you said you're doing like halves to stretch it more. Um, Something like kind of like the tater tot casserole. Like cut up the potatoes, put half your hamburger in with the potatoes. If you have any cream of mushroom or chicken soup, I mean, who cares? You need to eat. Most food pantries give out milk, so there you go. You could add the milk and make it creamier. There's one casserole that would be quick and you could sit down while it's baking. The other thing, yeah, they are so expensive. And the other thing about the pre-made stuff is, oh my gosh, please look on the back of it. Like I have bought at Aldi's, the preserves that I can't say it, preservatives that they're putting in our foods is outrageous. Like they're, what are they? The muffins. Um, they're right there. I can't think what kind they're called. I mean, I've had them expire before. Like I didn't, and guess what? No mold. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm talking expired, where there should be mold on those things, and there wasn't. So be very, very careful of that kind of stuff, because I'm like, and I know it's just not oldies. I mean, it's in the food, so it's like every store. So it scared me enough to like where I went and bought flour because I'm like, I'm going to try to start to make these like at home. Find some simple recipes to make like tortillas or bread, which is going to take me a little bit more time, but not the preservatives. I mean, it's just and it freaks me out. I'm going to be honest. When I have a bread product that's like, how many, how old was that? I mean, it was like months old, past expiration, no mold. A friend of mine took it home and used it because I'm like, so at least I passed it on and didn't throw it away. But I was like, that disturbs me to a new level. Oh, you made beef stroganoff. That sounds good. Use half pound of beef. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's not normal. Hi D. Hi D. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. See, and I accidentally just kind of do that, like make bigger quantities. But what I found is like you can freeze it. Like when I make rice, that is a huge one for me. Like I always overdo it. I don't measure my rice. I just throw it in the pot. I just throw water in there. I let it do its thing. And I always have like too much rice. And I usually like make fried rice with it because for what my chiropractor tells me, she's a really healthy, like a health nut. She, does the exercising, watching what she eats, all that. She said that potatoes, white potatoes, are actually healthier than the rice. And I was like, what? Because I always thought it was the opposite. Like the rice would be healthier. So, um, the beef, that sounds really good, the beef stroganoff. But yeah, I do it with fried rice. I always do it. Yeah, that surprised me too. Because I was like, because like I usually stretch my food by doing the fried rice. Like it's an awesome way to clean out my fridge and what I need to in my freezer. Like getting a protein and then just throwing in there what I have for vegetables. I always try to do the celery and um I'll buy celery, especially just for that because it's the way my dad made it. But like carrots, anything that I have to throw in there, put it in there. And I always don't use eggs for it. Like I'm fine. You know, it tastes good. It's got a nice flavor. I use like the grease from the meat that I cooked. And you honestly, you can put like breakfast sausage, you know, if you cook up breakfast sausage, you can use that grease and, you know, kind of cook everything in there, your vegetables and everything, and then freeze what is extra. So you're not, you know, save some for like another portion, another meal. Freeze the extras. Rice does freeze, especially when it's mixed with other vegetables. Um, no, thank you, Dee. We appreciate it. Yeah, we're just doing a little. I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit and um, kind of put out my tips and see how people felt about Dollar Tree versus shopping at other stores. And, you know, if anybody has any tips, they're always welcome to, you know, leave them in the comments because, like, we're kind of all in this together. So, you know, but I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna try to get these do lives like maybe earlier in the day so more people are around and we have more interaction and get more tips and ideas. So you might want to come back to the replay, Miranda. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And just see like if anybody did leave any like other good tips that I'm not thinking about right now. So, but I do hope that you can get over to Aldi's and kind of check them out. I'm trying to think of what else that I buy there. We were talking about that before. Um, you might not like it. I hope you do, but like their bread, like I'd like to eat like the healthier wheat bread, but I had my mom look at the back of the label because she's really good with nutrition and the labels. And the white bread, surprisingly, isn't that much. Well, let me say it differently. The next level of wheat is surprisingly not really healthier for you. So I just save myself some coin and I just buy the white bread because the wheat bread that's more grains, it's like four something dollars for a loaf of bread. And I don't even think it's like a full loaf. Like so like a family size loaf. So I'm like, no, I'm saving myself the three something dollars. Like it's just not. Oh, you only eat the wheat? Okay. Um, yeah, from what I've seen at Aldi's in my area, it's like four something dollars for like the good wheat bread that makes it, that's like, that is healthier. It's, like I said, the one that's, I think, because mine is like $1.30 something for the white, and like the next step of wheat is, I wouldn't buy it. You're not getting any health benefits. That is not affordable. Yeah, I might be going to white. Yeah, that's my thing right now. It's just getting by on what I have. Okay, you've quit buying bread altogether. Yeah, I didn't buy it for the longest time because I'm trying to like lose weight. I'm like, I don't need the extra carbs, but I kind of got back on the kick of it because they do have like their cheese slices there. And my mom got me into these because she had them at her house, but they're like $1.85 in my area for like the Kraft single cheese, but it's whatever brand of cheese, the singles. They like if you make a grilled cheese with them, they're okay. They melt fine and all that. But I do like the natural cheese at times. My mom prefers the one that's more processed just for that kind of thing. But the natural cheese, like the Colby Jack and stuff, like I've never had an issue with it from Aldi's. And that is, they had them on sale for $1.75, but they're usually like about the $1.89. So I find that I buy like a combination of both. Yeah, maybe switch into white bread for a little bit until you can hopefully get over this hump and like, you know, get to where you're financially more comfortable spending the extra money for wheat bread might be a good idea. Um, oh, they, okay. Yeah, I'd be interested. Now, that's the one thing I have not tried from Aldi's. So, if you buy hot dogs at Aldi's, would you please let me know how they taste? I'm thinking my mom bought hot dog. My mom did buy hot dogs from Aldi's. I'm gonna have to ask her if she cooked those up for us because I can't remember. So, the hot dog buns. Okay. I just honestly, I'm at the point where I just take the meat and put it on a plate. You cannot do the cheap ones. The hot dog buns? Oh, the hot dogs themselves? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what they taste like. I kind of was worried about that, but I do remember now that my mom did put some of those in her cart. So I might have actually tried them. So some of the stuff I haven't tried, my mom will kind of pick up and um yeah, I'll eat it at her house. And I'm like, this is Aldi's? Like, really? And it actually tastes, it tastes fine. Like, I don't taste a difference. Oh, like if you eat salads or buy like salad dressings, I will vouch for, I think it's their French dressing, which isn't a bad deal. It's $1 something. I'm gonna pay like double that at stores in my area. It tastes good. Like it's got a good flavor. That's something that my mom, I spend a lot of time with my mom. She's 86 years old, so as you can tell, so I'm there with her often, or, I need to give her a ride or whatever, so we just have dinner together, like food sharing. But she had salad dressing out one night, and I was like, this has got a good flavor, and it was Aldi's. I couldn't believe that. And I was like, so I started buying that. Big salad eater. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Be careful of the salad too, because I don't know what's going on with the expiration dates. And I hope you join me on another live and tell, or leave a comment on a video. But I'd like to hear about your shopping experience at your Aldi's, because I've noticed like our Aldi's, the the expiration dates are just not as good as they used to be. I mean, it's just shocking to me. Like last time I bought um lettuce there, I mean, it went bad pretty quick, and I was like, what the heck? Like, this used to last me like a week or something, like a little bit longer than that, where I'm like, okay, I need to have a salad and use this up. No, the expiration dates are like literally maybe within a week, sometimes shorter. Sometimes I get lucky and I find some that are a little bit longer. So I'm just kind of, but that's like a rarity the last how many times I went. I'm actually going to go to Aldi's again soon because I do need to pick up a few things. Oh, Walmart's having that same issue. Yeah, it lasts about 2, 3 days. Wow. See, and I've heard that about Walmart too. Like their produce isn't staying good as long. So it makes me wonder about shortages and how soon the truck's getting it and how soon it's coming in on truck. Something's going on because you just can't it doesn't make sense that something that would last, like have an expiration date for like a week plus, probably used to be like 2 weeks, now it's only lasting like a week or under. So it's something with either, I don't know, like I haven't heard of a shortage on lettuce, but it's just making me wonder, like, how long is it sitting in the warehouse, or what's going on with the trucking? I mean, because, truckers, unless they're paid hourly, but, they're usually going to, make the money. So I don't know. It's surprising me too. Hmm. I'm trying to think, what about, I'm trying to think what I got at Walmart. They're for produce. They're tomatoes. I'll never do that again. I'll go to Aldi's. They lasted longer. I was shocked. I was like, are you like, because I had to run into Aldi's for something, or sorry, Walmart for something. I'm like, I'll just grab tomatoes while I'm here instead of taking the time and, driving down the street a little bit and stopping at Aldi's for like one item. Nope. Next time I'll drive down the street to Aldi's because it was just like, they went bad quick. And it's like, I'm only one person, so I shouldn't really, I need it to last a little bit longer than 2, 3 days. I don't have, even if you had a family of like of 2 kids, a couple different meals, you could usually go, depending on the tomatoes, you could go through that in a couple meals. Oh, your aunt grows them? Yeah, that's the best ones to have. Yeah, my mom does that in the summertime too. The garden ones. You would never trust them for produce or meats. What, the Aldi store? Is that what you're saying? Is that you wouldn't trust Aldi's? Like, why? Because of quality, or have you had a bad experience with theirs? Or I'm kind of curious on that one. On trusting, is it Aldi's or is it Walmart that you would don't trust? Is my question. Which store don't you trust? Now, when I don't know if you have a Hy-Vee in your area, but I swear that they have hidden sales just for people who shop there, Miranda. You don't buy meat at Walmart. We have a store called, okay, Fairway. Yeah, we have Fairway here too. I keep forgetting about it because I'm always headed like literally the other direction. They kind of have their store on one side of town and then all the other ones are on the other side. So I forget to check Fairway. So you don't buy it at Walmart, you get it at Fairway. Yeah, they do have good meat. They have great meat. Do you happen to have like Dollar Fresh in your area? It's like it's a um you don't, okay, because it's like it's part of Hy-Vee. A friend of mine before this live sent me a picture of their ad, and they were having really good deals. Like potatoes, 5 pound bag for like $1.69, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna see if I can use that at Hy-Vee itself because they price match. That's another thing I can say. Try to see if you can find stores that will price match. I don't think Aldi's does it. I'm pretty sure they don't. I could be mistaken, but Hy-Vee will. So I like Hy-Vee's right next door to Walmart, basically where I live. So I go to Hy-Vee and I price match stuff to any store. Any store. They'll let me do it to any store in town. And that's what I do. Because there are certain products there that aren't sold at Aldi's and other stores, number one. And there's some other products like that I'm not going to buy at Aldi's or Dollar Tree. And I would love to do a video like on Dollar Tree food and like do like taste test it, see how it cooked and stuff like that. But I don't have it in me. Like, I just do not have it in me to overpay for food. I don't like to overpay for anything. So I'm just like, there's a channel on here, she does Dollar Tree meals, and I'm like, okay, sometimes I watch it, but I'm like, I'm not spending that money. I mean, it's, what would the pasta be, even at 90 cents? That would be 35 cents more a box. Why would I pay that? I mean, it just all adds up. That's how your town is too? Okay. Okay, so it's like one street over. See, I wonder if Fairway like does that to stay, I don't know, like competition wise, like, okay, we're going to be over here for the people who live in this area, or what's up with that? Because to me, why wouldn't you be over here with everybody else? And then I'd remember you even exist as a grocery store and would go in there to see what your deals are. Because I'm not getting flyers, so if I'm not getting flyers, I'm not going to, I forget about them. I need to keep them in mind and kind of look up their, the prices on their ads, but then you have the issue of how much am I spending on gas to go from store to store to store. That's why people in my city were lucky. They're all right there. It's not going to cost you that much to go from one to the other, but time. And if you have time, it's worth the money. If you don't have time, then, if your time at that time is the money, then of course, you need to buy it at the store you're at and get going and, make money. So I do understand people who do that also. Okay, you have an SUV? Yeah. Yeah, I have a pickup truck, so I understand you. I mean, it comes in handy when I need it, which, I've used, the carry part, the back end of the truck. I can't think what it's called right now, the box, excuse me, many times, but I'm just like, the gas is just, yeah. Oh, you get 9 gallons a gallon. Ooh. Yeah, mine does better than that. That's hard. That's really hard. Wow. Is that in town or on the highway though? Is my curiosity about that. Because I would even notice that in a car I used to have. I'm driving a car. This was years ago, and I'm like, why am I not getting better gas mileage? And they're like, because everything's like right there, like the stoplights. I have to go through all these stoplights to get anywhere. Where I live now, I don't. So, but I don't have that car anymore either. Oh, town, you never go anywhere. Yeah. Well, the nice thing I will say about owning an SUV or a pickup truck is the resale value, in my opinion, is better. So that's the way I look at it. Like, I'm paying more for fuel, but I'm not losing as much value on owning this like I do a car. I was in a car accident, so that was a nightmare. Like, you know, it was totaled out. Thankfully, because of the kind of car I did get more money because I went back over the options with me, but that I had in the car. But yeah, so, and I don't like the real teeny little cars. They're, after a car accident, they're just not. Yeah, my mom drives one, and I'm just like, we'll take the truck. Like, I'll just come pick you up. You never go anywhere. Yeah, that's gotta be kind of hard when you're on. I can understand that. So, what state are you in, may I ask? Excuse me. Are you really? So am I. That's funny. Are you, like, what part of the state are you in? Can I ask that? I mean, you don't have to give, like, a specific city. You wondered? Let me see if I can pull this up. No, I can't. Central, okay. Like, so, Cedar Rapids area, north of there? Oh, south of Des Moines, okay. Okay, so do you maybe have to drive into Des Moines then? Like, to do your grocery shopping? I was just out your area not too long ago by Des Moines. Like, what's today? Thursday, not even a week ago. Look, I like the area. I like the area out there, and they have, okay. So you don't go into Des Moines to grocery shop then? Because I did find on, okay, because Des Moines had, what was the name of that store? I wanted to go in and do some video in there. Like, but it was a food discount store on Army, I think it's Army Post Road. And I was like, this is no fair. Like, why don't we have this in our area? Like, I shouldn't say it that way, but it was just kind of like, it'd be nice if we had one of these in our area. So you have Hy-Vee, Walmart, Fairway, okay. I would check Hy-Vee at times, like if your Hy-Vee is by your Walmart like ours is. Oh, really? You used to live almost walking distance from that store? Yeah, see, I wondered what was in there and like, was it all expired? Was it like, like gonna expire, close to expiration? Like, what was the deal with that? But I was going for a celebration of life and didn't have time to, get over there, unfortunately. But it is a pretty good store. Yeah, I think when I'm back in that area again, like, I don't know how far off the beaten path it is, but I think I want to check it out and just see kind of what they have. But you have a Hy-Vee. They do have like a 99-cent sale. I was thinking that about that before the live. And uh now last year's, I think it was last year, like the sale has like declined year to year, it seems like. I mean, because they used to have, I mean, this was like a really good 99-cent sale. So we're just kind of wondering, like, because I was talking to one of the employees who stocks the shelves, and we're wondering, like, if the store can't get the product in at a cheap enough price to do as much for the 99-cent sale. And I can't remember when that was. Okay, you never get any ads. Yeah, if you, um, there'll be some ads on YouTube. I've seen them on YouTube, or you can sign up for their fuel card, their rewards card. I love using that because now, guess what? I get emails like of, hey, and they'll be having like a meat sale or a produce sale, but they do advertise on YouTube. So I know I've seen them on YouTube, and sometimes I'll just, yeah. So if you see them, just like watch the ad because they'll kind of give you an idea. But I can honestly tell you, like, if you walk through the store, um, like you go in there, let's say they have chicken on sale or whatever, and you just kind of just walk the aisles. Like I see so many channels say, don't, just go in and get what you need, walk the perimeter, and it's like you haven't been in Hy-Vee. Like that doesn't totally work because on this perimeter, it's all the frozen food and it's a lot of, the stuff that you don't want. And there are so many, I have found so many sales that way at Hy-Vee. I'm not kidding you. Like so much on sale just by walking the whole store, like crackers, um, their meat. You might want to ask like the meat manager, like when do they mark it down? Um, I have gotten, I have been in there like at nighttime where they already have the meat marked down. That's on pretty much the meat department. But if you start to like build up a rapport with, some of the people that work at the store at night, they might mark it down. Like if you, say something to them about this is going to expire tomorrow, you know, it's just who's there and who has authority to do what. Um, I can say our meat department's pretty good, but when it comes down to, comes to marking down the the meat, it's like a 50-50 with me. But I haven't checked out that for a while. So sometimes I'll have it done at nights, and other times I have been in there and I'm like, this is expiring tomorrow. And they've been able, like, a manager has been able, like, to mark it down for me, and some have said I can't mark it down. I have to wait for the manager of the meat department. I'm like, well, then it's gonna be sent here, sadly, tomorrow. It's, hopefully they'll notice it that day and, so, sell it for cheap. Yeah, so that's always a good thing. Yeah, and it is. And my store doesn't have a different department for that, just so you know. Like, I know Walmart used to, I don't know anymore, but like at Hy-Vee, it's like in that area. So, like, if you're looking at chicken, make sure always check the expiration date. Like, just always check the expiration date. But if you do see something and you're like, wow, that expires tomorrow, ask a manager and ask them if they'll mark it down. Because meat department in my area now closes, I think, at 8, 7 or 8. They used to be open later than that, so I really don't catch them open too often. So somebody, if there's, somebody there high enough up, there should be, they can usually do that. And I think they're, at least some employees at my store are usually pretty understanding about it. And they're pretty understanding that a lot of people are in a budget right now because they're, feeling the pinch also. Like, a lot of people are feeling the pinch. So I would try that, Miranda. It's nice to see somebody else from Iowa in here. I'm glad you joined my life. Thank you. Because it's like, oh, wow. Yeah, I see. And, the thing that we were talking, like I was talking about Fairway before, I just don't understand their thought on being across town from everyone else. I don't live that far away from it, but it's not the store that's on my mind. Like, I totally forget about it. Yeah, that is. And so you saying that makes me think that they do it on purpose, but it doesn't draw me in. I know people go over there to shop, but I just like the Hy-Vee I go to. So there's one closer, but it's smaller. So I just go to the bigger store where I get more options and that kind of thing, where I can just get everything I want. And that's where I find the better sales, honestly, is like at the bigger one. So that's another thing to keep in mind too. From the small ones, like, the better sales so far for me. And you get, there's just a bigger variety. So, but I really do hope that, like, everything works out when you go to Aldi's. But I'm trying to think of some more, like, food stretchers that, like, maybe you could do to kind of get you through this right now. Besides, like, the potatoes, the rice. Like I said, I do. Like, I'm starting to, I'm like you, but for different reasons, like on the cooking. So that night it's like, just do it now. Make the gravy, and then hamburger waited. The rest of the hamburger waited for. I think I was making tater tot casserole or something. But I don't. Like I said, I didn't used to buy bread, but now lately I am, and I don't know. That might be something that I cut out again, just because it saves me $1.30. And honestly, I just like the hamburger patty on the plate with, other things with it, or putting it like in a one pot meal. Hamburger's like my go-to over chicken or whatever. Oh, you like breakfast, dinner sometimes? Yeah. And that's usually pretty fast and easy too, doing the breakfast dinner. Oh, cinnamon pancakes and eggs. That actually sounds good. Make cinnamon pancakes and eggs. Oh, the eggs. Yeah, we really got lucky that the eggs have gone down in price to 2 something from about $5. And still, that's outrageous. I mean, it's like, I don't know what the stores are doing, but it's like they put up this sign on sale, like the butter, $3.75 on sale. And I'm just thinking, well, that's on sale from these prices now, the inflated prices. But if you look back like a year ago, I wasn't paying $3.75, I don't think, for butter. I don't know. I know I have it on a video, but it's kind of like, I don't know. And then they're making like new signs and saying, like it's how's it worded? Something about the lowest price or whatever. And it's just like I look at it and I'm like, no, like you're trying to fool people and it's like not working because if you're writing down the prices, if you don't always remember them, I try to, but I forget some. It's just I know we can't go backwards to like 3 years ago, but wouldn't it be nice if we were back at that point to where we could buy food and food was cheaper? Still way too much for the eggs. I remember when those were like 99 cents for a dozen. Oh, the butter. Yeah, yeah. Now see, my doctor tells me eat the butter, don't eat the fake spread, and I'm like, okay, but I've had another one tell me that the butter, it's more fat. Fat's good for your body, but you also have to exercise and burn it off. Oh, yeah, they lie about the sales. I know, I see so many stores doing that now, and it's just, or the worst one, which, like, it'll be $3.75. They'll put it back to like $3.99, $4, whatever it costs. And then they turn around, literally drop it again to like the $3.75, and they're like on sale. And I'm like, how's this on sale? Like it was that price a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Like you're not. It's weird. I was watching another channel that was talking about this, and they changed, all the tags and saying new lower price, and it's just like they're kind of, I don't know, fooling people because it's like, no, that's not the lowest price. Like they lie, yeah, they lie about the sales, yeah. And like I said, I know we can't go backwards, but it's like when you kind of do that in store with these recent prices, it's a flat out lie because you're like, you rarely have it at this price of the $3.99. It's usually $3.75. So I don't know why you're telling me it's on sale. Like that's usually the normal price. Like you're raising it for a week or two to get it at this price and then to advertise it's a sale. I don't like that kind of, I don't like that kind of thing. I also don't like where I have to buy like 3 items to get the sale price. Maybe I don't need 3 items. Maybe I don't want 3 items. Maybe I can't afford to buy 3 items to get the sale price. You started looking under the sales tags to see the price, what it was. I do that all the time. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the other thing. Like when some stores say it's on sale and you pull that little tag and it's only like 10 cents cheaper, I'm just like, forget it. Like that's not saving me a bunch of money basically. Or as much as I want to, save myself. So yeah, definitely always move the tags to see what the price was. That's very smart of you. I like that you said that because I do that. Like, yeah, they do. They think they are clever, and it's like, yeah. But in a way, they kind of are because it's like they're fooling all these other people who go out there and shop and don't take the time to research it a little bit, or they don't remember what the prices were, or they just have it in their mind like, well, I know. Last time I was in here, I paid $3.79, so I'm getting it a dime cheaper. It is what it is, and it's like, no, it will go on sale for a better price. Pretty much every store, everything goes on sale. It's just how much of a sale is it going to go on? Like how much money is going to come off that sale price? Like the hamburger meat, if you keep an eye on it, Hy-Vee will have it for $2.99, but they will also have it on sale for $3.99. $3.99 is the one that is on sale now more often, but every once in a while that $2.99 will hit. So I would definitely pay attention to them if you have one close to you and get that $2.99 price, because that's a good time if you can, get some extra funds to kind of get some extra hamburger meat. Start looking at our sale tags. Yeah. Okay, I'm caught up on comments from you. So, yeah, I I can't even think of what else to advise you, besides the church pantries. I mean, there's no shame in that. The food, it shouldn't interfere with the food pantries. So you had said that you had just gone to like a food pantry. So I would definitely Google the churches around you and just, especially if you're going to be going into Aldi's, like going into town, and just see like if there's anything. Let me go back on the comments because I know you said you're south of Des Moines. No, I'm not going to go back that far, but because I can think of plenty of towns south of Des Moines. Oh, that's right. You said you're not driving that far to Des Moines. But yeah, I would start checking out because I know there's a lot of smaller towns around Des Moines. So I'm wondering, like, if you Googled it and just saw what else, what churches had for food pantries, if you could go to one in the small town, hit one, that's in your city, hit another one, and kind of do that one. Oh, there's one in Altoona. Okay. Wow, this is so funny because it's like I was just in Altoona. It's like, wow. If you have a Kroger store every Wednesday or 2 times the points and some items. Okay, thank you. That's a good tip. I don't have Kroger's anymore. I did when I lived in Texas, but up in the Midwest, we don't have Kroger's. That's good. That's great that Kroger's is doing that. Um, no, there isn't, but my daughter has a friend up there, and my mom is up. Okay. Oh, that is. Yeah, I wish we had a Kroger too. Look at that. Okay, that's a great deal. You got bagels, buy one and get one free. I mean, everybody loves a BOGO deal. It's just, but you have to watch those too, sadly, because sometimes I found where they raise the prices for the BOGO deals. I'm like, so I'm not really getting a BOGO deal then, because like I know this costs this much and you raise the price on it, so I'm getting a free one, but I'm still paying for how much of the free one. That's why, like Miranda said, you know, move the tag to see what it was regular price, because I do that. If I cannot remember a price, because I generally buy a lot of the same things like a lot of people do, I move the tag over because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm getting that deal. But that is a great deal, and I wish we had a Kroger. Believe me. Oh, wow! And it was Thomas also. Yeah, see, I was watching somebody else on YouTube who went to Kroger, and they were getting some, like some freebies, I believe, at Kroger. Like what you're talking about, like the BOGO deals. But I think they had like a coupon, like just to go in there and shop. They got something for free, and I'm like, some of our stores up here need to take note of that and start offering that to people, in our area. Bagels at Aldi's, they're like $1.95 for a 6 count. So, but again, Hy-Vee will have those on sale. So, I personally, the bagels at Aldi's, they're fine, but I don't buy them anymore because of, me trying to cut the bread out. But Thomas Bagels, yeah, that's a really good deal. You scored there, Deborah. Or, I'm sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. Dur- I know I'm going to mess it up. I apologize. Corando? So that, yeah. Now, do they also at Kroger's, is that the store that like you get a coupon just for going in, you get something free? Because I swear that's where I thought the lady said she went. It was Kroger or I can't think of the other stores. But I'm like, even trying to think what she showed. I don't watch her channel all the time. But I was kind of surprised, like, I'm trying to think of something like middle price because there's been like some produce stuff like that she's gotten free, but it's not like a huge amount. But I mean, even something that like the bagels, like you said, the buy one get the one free, the BOGO. I mean, even if some of these stores like threw us like I don't know, like buy so much in bananas or something like that, get this much free. I mean, it'd be it'd help. Oh, okay. I have not tried those. You like the fancy bagels? Yeah. See, like I said, I'm like, nope. I'm not buying the. I'm just sticking to my bread, and I think the only reason right now that I'm doing the bread is just like because of the gravy. Like I made hamburgers, so I have the grease left, and because I don't like mix my hamburger grease with like my bacon grease and stuff like that. So it's just, and that's another thing I found at Hy-Vee. They have $1 for biscuits, like a 6 or 8 little count. Now they are smaller biscuits, but I thought they were on sale. So imagine my surprise when I went back and saw them for $1 again. So, but which you're getting a better deal buying the loaf of bread. Those biggest biscuits are pretty small, but when it comes to something like gravy, I like it over biscuits. So I'm kind of still, I think some of us are at a point where, we're making sacrifices on what we are buying. Like I was saying earlier, like, we want beef or pork, but we're having to buy the chicken because the chicken is cheaper price. Okay, sorry. There's something on my phone I didn't get on my tablet, but like, um, the steak. I haven't bought steak forever. Like, what is it at Aldi's for? It's 15.99 a pound, and it goes on sale for 13.99. I just Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay. Oh, okay. A text for free food. Huh. Okay. That's nice of the stores to do that. I wonder what association does that though. I mean, that's nice that they send you a text where you can go just get free food. That's good that the stores are donating to the people. Costco, Kroger, Walmart, they all donate the food. We don't have a Costco here either, I'm telling you. But yeah, that is very cool. We have Sam's Club here, and we don't have the Kroger, sadly. Okay, close to expire, but still, like if you can get meat and stuff like that, that's close to expiration date, and just throw it in the freezer, that's a great deal. Or if you can can it. Just depending on how store things. Close to expire. In West Des Moines, there is oh, is there in West Des Moines? Yeah, see, that's a hike for me to go to. So I got Sam's Club right here. So I haven't even signed up for that. Like I thought about it just for the fuel saver because like I've seen some people's hauls from Sam's or like Costco's. I'm like, when you're divorced and it's just one person, for the most part, I do food share with like my mom or a friend, that kind of thing. But other than that, it's like, I don't know. Like, I do stock up. That has really saved me. But it's like, I don't need like all this kind of stuff. Like the big thing of granola bars and like, I don't need the bigger packs of them, is what I'm saying. Like, they'll expire. I didn't see any. Who was rude? Who was rude and snobby? Did I miss a comment? Yeah, that's my thing too. Like I don't need. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't even buy pizza rolls anymore. Like cuz I remember the Tostino's pizzas, you could get them, is it Tostino's, like years ago for like 99 cents. Same channel, I saw this lady down south. She got that pizza for like a buck on sale. And it was still the square. I checked out Hy-Vee and I'm like, it's not a square anymore. It's, what is that called, where it's longer? And it was like two something, close to $3. I'm like, I'm not, no. Like it's the same pizza. Like it's just sold differently. Like it's the same amount of pizza. It's not a good deal. Oh, the people in Costco are rude. Okay, I've never been in a Costco, so I couldn't tell you. I've been in Sam's. It's been a while, but oh, yeah, it is incredible on it's incredible on how everything is so expensive. Because I was planning on doing some videos like that, like because there's people who are losing like their benefits, if they're on disability or they're losing their SNAP benefits, and I'm not understanding how that's happening. Like especially like the elderly. Like, how are you losing those benefits? Like what's wrong with this whole picture here, to where you're going to take away an elderly person's SNAP benefits or somebody who's on disability? So like they're losing their benefits, and it just I know it's a hot topic, but it's just like my take on it is somebody on disability who has worked and they've paid into this. Why? I don't know. I don't understand why people get so upset about that. Like, especially when it's an elderly or disabled person, because I'm like, they worked. Like, you do realize, because you're working, look at where they took out money. Boom. It's coming out of your check too. Like, this is what it's for. Like nobody just chooses, well, I can't say that anymore, but a lot of people didn't choose to have the disability that they have. Like that wasn't their plan in life. It happened for whatever reason. So it's like, why are you punishing them? And then let's just take it a little bit a step further, because I really don't like to get political over here. But the people who are for um, deciding what people get to buy for food. I don't agree with that either, because to me it's a government thing. That's my take on that. And they're going to start at the bottom with the benefits of the SNAP, and they're going to work their way up. So all these people who are, whether they're on EBT or not, I shouldn't say SNAP because I really don't, is that food stamps? But EBT I know is. So all those people where they're starting there, they're they're gonna work their way up the line, the financial line. That's just my opinion. And I'm not gonna change it. So why are you judging these people now? Like, because it's, I don't know. The government gets them too involved and stuff like that. It's just not a good thing. Like, we don't need you involved. Just, you know, keep giving the people what they earned that they should get, and don't worry about what they put in their carts. Let me catch up here. Yeah, everything's so expensive. I have no idea. I don't know how people with large families are doing this either. Really? To Mexico for vacation and the prices were cheaper? 6 members and they eat supper $60 a day? Yeah, our government is a nightmare, a hot mess. You try to eat more vegetables now. But see, to me, okay, I understand they have 6 people, that's $10 a day per person. That's not bad, but like that's way out of my food budget. Like my food budget's low. Like, no. My my food budget is like 100 to like 150 is what I try to stay at per month. Maybe a little bit more, but again, goals, because I do like to stock up. This is why I'm so grateful I started doing that when I did, because of all the changes and the prices. The prices, it's just trying to stay ahead of the prices. So $10 a person a day. Hmm. Yeah, I'd be homeless too. Definitely. But I'm just sitting here going, okay, 6 members, $10 a day, $60 a day. I hope that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I hope that's not just for supper for that $60, because you did make the comment that uh, oh, okay, I thought you said supper, but you didn't say supper. So I don't know. I do see a lot of people. I'm not gonna say that comment. Yeah, to me, $60 is a lot too. So that's my best advice for people right now going through all this is like buy the stretcher foods and stretch up when you can, or stock up. Sorry, when you can. Yeah, you try to say they eat super good. Yeah. Yeah, with $60 a day, $10 per person, you could. $10 per person, you're really not. I guess it depends how you do the math. I'm mathing it because I'm just sitting here thinking, like steak, 13.99 a pound is what's usually on sale at Aldi's. I mean, everything is manageable, but like your Miranda situation, I'm just like, that's the best advice I can, like, that's the only advice I can give you at this point. I mean, I'm assuming you have some kind of income coming in, because if it was me, Miranda, and you have some income coming in, I would start doing every food pantry you can. Like everyone, I know you said something about Altoona. I would see how many times a week. Okay, okay. So you do have that. So I would, if I were you, I would try to get every food pantry you can get, like the church ones, what are they, the city or state ones. try to get in those, because I know in my area, oh, okay. Okay, I get what's a joke. So in my area, like, the church ones do not affect your the city ones or whatever. So I would really get on that roll if I was you. This is just what I would personally do, because there's no shame in it at all. I would literally Google them, call each of them, and see which ones you're eligible to go to and get what you can, and keep using that city one, and try to build up as much as you can of a pantry, since they took all your benefits, which that's just crazy to me. Like, why would they take them? That doesn't make it, just, I don't get that. So that's what I'd start to do, and then I'd put, you know, whatever you can afford away per week, so that, like, when meat goes on sale, you can go grab some extras. Oh, okay. Your daughter got a part-time job. Okay, now I get it. Wow. Yeah. Congratulations on the job, but then it's like, they turn around and do that to you, and it's, I don't know. Isn't there something you can, like, do about that? Like, you tried? Hmm. You, well, I was gonna say, what if you eat separately? But I don't know. Like, if people live together, do you eat separately? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't they do it like that, so they just stay with your income instead of your daughter's when you live together? Because, I mean, if you're getting your check and your daughter's making her money, oh. So okay, so let me get this straight. So if your daughter was over 21, they would let you, say we eat separately, and you'd be eligible. See, and I kind of don't understand that. I do, but I don't. Like, if you got two people who they're roommates, and, one of them loses a job, something like that, and they need to go get benefits, I get that, because you're like roommates. You know what I mean? Like, I can totally, like, see that, like, you're pitching in to help each other out with food if you're eating together. But when it's family and you're living together, I don't know. I just don't, I don't, I don't know. Okay, so now her check is going to food. Yeah. Oh, she does. So she faints also. Okay, but not as severe. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what I would do in that situation. Like I said, I'd start checking out all the churches. You said that you did the pantry there, and I would start getting your own little stockpile stocked up. Just, because, like, I know at ours, like, you can pick your proteins. I think it's two proteins. So, like, whatever they have there, you have a choice. So that would be a good way to, like, get something, I mean, choose what you want, because the church, it's like just a drive through. Basically, you're getting what you're getting. Because I did try that, and I am going to video that, because I was like, you know what? Even if they do want to look at my finances, I'm one person. I am on a budget. I don't make a ton of money. Like, it's tight. And I was told they didn't go by the income, but when I went up there, they actually do. So, but I fell under the income. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, we'll do this. Um, oh, that's sad. Oh, okay. Wow, a deer was hit by a car and the police put him to sleep. They ask us if we want the deer for the meat. I was gonna say they should be using the deer meat. I mean, that's that's expensive. Okay, so they did take him to some shelter. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too. Right, right. I agree with that. And deer meat actually doesn't taste that bad. Like my ex-husband deer hunted and he fooled me one night and he was cooking up hamburger and I was like, "Oh, that smells really good." You know, I ate it and he was like, he told me after I ate it that I ate Bambi and I was like, not happy with them. Like, you should have let me know beforehand. Like, deceitful little person. But, you know, I can say it's, it was good. But I'm sorry to hear that, but at the same time, I'm happy to hear that they used the deer meat so it didn't go to waste. Because I do see that on the roads up here. I mean, we have deer year round. It almost seems like hunting season though, man. No, when it's not hunting season during the winter, they're just everywhere, like on the highway. And then hunting season, it's just like poof, bye, because they know it's like open market. Like it's crazy to me, but um. Oh, you did grow up eating deer meat. See, I didn't. So not till I got married, and I was like, it's not bad. Yeah, I call him Bambi. Because, like, even like when you would go deer hunting, I don't even, I would say, did you catch a deer? Because I just didn't even want to ask, like, did you shoot a deer? It's just weird because it reminds me of Bambi, like this poor deer, you know? But then at the same time, it's kind of like, I mean, they've done it, in our garage where, they cut the deer and I'm not going to go any further than that, but clean it up and let it hang. So that didn't bother me, but yeah, eating it, I'm just like, oh gosh, like, yeah, I mean, it's Bambi. Like, yeah, I'm kind of a little weird on that. Like, I can sit there and look from my kitchen window and see a deer hanging in my garage, and I'm good. I can sit there and watch you do all this and cut it up. I'm good, but you cook it up to put on the table, and after I eat it, inform me it was deer meat. Yeah, I'm like, I ate Bambi. It's like, yeah, I kind of am picky on food taste, but we're all kind of, unfortunately, and I think that's, like I'm seeing more and more people like aggressive channels, and I think it's honestly because people are so sick and tired of what we're paying for everything. I just, and then I just, yeah, it's like a split mentality to me. Oh, you can't either because you love deers? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna admit it though. If I'm hungry enough, I need the food. I'm gonna eat deer meat. Like, it's not gonna hurt me. I mean, cows are cute, so I'm gonna eat it. I mean, it's, gotta eat. I know, I love deers too. They're beautiful animals, but gotta be able to feed your family and have what you need. And so, I know, I get it. I love deers too, but so, well, I hope that works for you. I hope you give this a try, Miranda, and I hope this works out for you. But, and then, like I said, I would budget what you feel comfortable budgeting on. Like, because if you can kind of get ahead, that will save you. Oh, you're welcome anytime. But that literally will save you down the road. If you can get to where you have enough food on hand and you're saving your cash over here, like I said, I would do the pantries and get what you could and put the money that you're saying that you're getting. I would keep putting it over here. If you can do that. I know it might be a lot because I don't know what they hand out at like your churches and your food banks and stuff like that. But if you can get that money over here, excuse me, to where like you're like, oh, this store is having like a really good sale on meat, on your proteins, or that kind of thing. I would definitely do that. I know a lot of other bigger channels are like, stock up on the vegetables and, get the cans and this and that. And you're kind of like in a different situation, like where you're starting from where you're at. So that's totally different. Because you didn't mention that you stocked up. Even the food for our pets are expensive. Ew. You have a cat and it's $40 for every 20 cans every 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't have animals. Like, I like the bigger dogs. Like, I grew up out in the country. Um, between the food to feed the pets, the vet bills, what else is there? The food, the vet bills, just everything. I'm just like, you know what? That's not in the budget. A lot has changed in my budget in the last year. So it's kind of like I have to take care of this stuff at my house. So like I'm in the boat. Like I understand what everybody's talking about. Like I had, which I don't know if I'm going to share in a future video or not, because I don't know if people want to see it. Basically, I used to do financial videos, which I kind of miss doing, but being able to eat is important. But I had to replace some appliances, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, do you know what appliances cost now? It's like it's ridiculous. Like it is just crazy, and it's at a point where, I always hear save, save, put money in savings so you can pay cash, save, save, save. But if people are living check to check, how are they going to save? Like they're trying to get the necessities, they're trying to get the food, the water, laundry detergent. They're trying to get these items over here, the necessities, the bare necessities to pay their bills and to eat. How are they supposed to be able to afford to buy this kind of stuff if it breaks, if you own a home or, where it's your responsibility to replace it, they have to finance it. Like, but it's the way you finance it that makes a difference to where you can save some money. Oh, okay. Yeah. You want me to do the videos on I am pronouncing your name wrong. I know I am. So I think it's Decorando. Decorando. Could you let me know if that's right, Decorando, please? Because I really feel bad, like if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. But yeah, if you want me to share those kind of videos, I will, because like I said, I'm in the pinch too, but it's just like I buy my appliances like they're the sales. I always do sales. I just I do sales. So, but are you talking about the appliance ones that you want me to do? I'm assuming, because I'd be more than happy to share that, because it's just crazy. Like you just sit here and go, okay, I hope nothing else breaks down. Like nothing, nothing. And as excuse me, like being a homeowner, the taxes. So we already have the food prices going up. I know this is supposed to be a video about food, but we got a little chat room in here. So why don't we talk about some other things? I mean, come on. So we already have our food going up. Everything else is going up. Clothing, all that. I mean, it's getting to where, like, I don't go to Goodwill anymore, y'all. I'm not going to lie, because it's like, I can go into a store. I know I'm going to pay more for the clothes. I know I am. But I don't know, like the quality versus the price on what I'm paying for what I'm getting. I'm all for thrifting. Don't get me wrong. But if it's like how much they're charging me for a shirt, I'm going to Kohl's. Like that's what we basically have left here in town. We have Kohl's. We don't have like a big Ross. Our Ross kind of sucks, which sucks. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, because, but it's like I don't buy clothes every month. Like, I don't have a clothing budget. I understand other people have a clothing budget, but I'm like, why do I need a clothing budget? Because I don't need clothes every month. So, but, oh, I was starting to talk about like our property taxes. I'm just like, those are going up. And then, in my city, schools, and I'm like, y'all need to stop. Like, and they want more money for the schools. Like, oh, we wanted this much. Well, now we want this much. We need more. We need more. Well, I'm sorry. More is done. There is no more. Like, we're taxed out, okay? Like, we're just, no. I mean, kids and their education are very important. Believe me, I know this. I grew up with educators, including step parents. So I know how important education is, but it's just, like you started with, we need this much money, and then it changed. It's not enough. Well, but they didn't do, I don't know. What they're doing doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You build a new school, but you're keeping the two schools open. Why? You're taking those kids from those two schools and putting them in a new school. So these buildings don't need to be open. Where does your daughter work? Oh, at Goodwill. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, okay. But am I spelling it correctly? Okay, cool. Decorating your house. I'll have to check that out. Do me a favor when we're done with this live. Leave a comment like on the main chat, and I'll come check it out. Yeah, see, I love the thrift stores too, but like I said, they're getting so expensive. At first in my area, it was because, well, John Deere wives were shopping there. Who cares? Like, seriously, who cares? Who is shopping there? You got the product for free, you put it on the floor. Why in the heck do you care that a wife of a John Deere employee bought it? Well, they argued that it was because they make, their husbands make good money. Well, yeah, their husbands are working their butt off to supply, yeah, to make good money. Again, who cares? You got it for free. Then Goodwill, that was like years and years ago in my area. Then they decided resellers. How many years ago? They raised the prices. We got this one lady working in a store, and she is the manager of that store. And I'm just like, oh no, boo boo. Like, I am not paying this much for this stuff. And she raised it because of resellers. And I'm like, but it's not brand new. Like, again, I go back to it's donated. So you got it for free. Yeah, like you need to drop the prices. Goodwill is there for people in need and whoever else wants to go in your door. Like, I don't think it's right that you're like you're marking stuff up because, oh, this person can put it on eBay or wherever and get a better price. Yeah, that's part of, what's that called? Let me think of the name of it. I have to get my cord. Um, Dollar Day is Sunday at Goodwill. Really? Thanks for the info. I'm going to get my cord. I didn't know that. I did not know they had a Dollar Day. And honestly, sorry about that, y'all. Um, I really don't need anything more because of what I was talking about earlier, like what I've had to replace, and I had to make a difficult decision. Like I needed to buy something. It's really expensive. Mm, okay, and all those tags are $1. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Hopefully somebody in the chat sees that because I did not realize that. But I already went to Kohl's. I'm not gonna lie. I already bought some clothing. They were having a sale, and when I go into Kohl's, I hit the clearance. That's the first thing I go to. I hit the clearance. I just go to clearance, and I go because I'm tall. So like women's is to like the left. Then you have plus size. Then you go to like men's big and talls. I mean, every section has clearance. And then you come down here and you're at men's regular. But the thing of it is like I used to be able to get these t-shirts for like $5-10. Not anymore on clearance. And sadly, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think what we saw in the rack. Okay. Yeah. I will definitely pass that message around. Thank you for telling me that. But on Sunday, huh? Dollar Day is Sunday at Goodwill. Huh. I never knew that. I don't even remember seeing it advertised when I was in there last. Like I said, after they raised the prices again that second time, I've been in there one time since then. And I was just like, mm-mm. Like, for what you want at your shirts at that point in time, I could buy this shirt on clearance at Kohl's for like $2 more. So that's an easy choice for me. But now things have changed again. Their clearance isn't as cheap. So if you need clothing, it's and clothing, by the way, is on shortage. In case you didn't realize that. They used to have $5 shirts. Yeah. Oh, okay. At Kohl's. Mm-hmm. Well, I've seen them, but you have to be like a size small, which fits my mom, who's a size small. Because I'm like, you know, it's just like the leftovers, and even then, it takes like a while for it to get down to that $5 mark. My mistake, but you know what? I'm okay with it because I'm older now. Um, like I'm comfortable like in the sporting wear. Like you'll see me wearing a lot. Like I really don't wear dress up clothes unless like I'm going somewhere where need to dress up. But it's kind of like I kind of started with this brand because it was like the middle of the line brand compared to Nike and Under Armour. So I like the dry wick. It keeps me cooler in the summertime. Wintertime, I'm warmer. It takes, because I did buy like a couple cotton shirts. I was like, oh my gosh, like this feels different because it's like that sweat is just like sticking on me. I'm not used to that. So it's kind of like, I just kind of try to like, I see what I can find and then like, I kind of know in my head. That's another important thing. I know we're we're just talking about money now, which is cool. But I just kind of know, try to always, like, if you use credit cards or that kind of thing, like, always try to know, like, what is the last day of this billing cycle. So, like, if you go in there in June and you're like, okay, I have these bills in July, I know I can't afford to pay this in July. If you go the day after that billing cycle, you won't pay it in July. It won't be on July's bill, or maybe you can take the money and divide it into, like two, take a little bit from July's pay, a little bit, from August to pay it, that kind of thing. I try to watch out for like that so that I do know that I have, because I don't want to balance on my cards. Like, the interest is just, if you want to, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. And that's actually where you could get stuff for your channel also, is the Restore. You found that entire kitchen cabinets for 600 bucks? Really? Wow. That is a really good deal. I had the soffit, there's a soffit that would be like kind of right above you. I had that taken out. A friend did that for me. And I was like, let's take down the soffit all the way around my kitchen and just like rehang the cabinets up. And he was like, no, because they always like don't fit where they were. I should check out Restore, but I can't right now. I'm just like, I'm tapped. I'm just zapped. Like, I am tapped out with this last purchase. Like, I'm just like no Dollar Tree, no Dollar Tree hauls. Like, I'm at the point where this was more important. I made the purchase, so it's just like, until I get that paid off, I just need to stick to the necessities, which is fine, and then just kind of, not worry about the rest. Because for me, the other thing about Dollar Tree, like when it was a buck, remember going in there and you could just, I mean, you could buy like a ton of stuff, but the thing is, you come out spending $50. It's kind of like, I like quality over quantity. So I'm not one who like goes into Dollar Tree just to kind of, I mean, if I'm in there videoing, I might go over here and look and kind of see like what they have. But there's just some things that I just won't buy from the store because of the quality. Like, the price is good, but the quality isn't because of the price. So it's just like, I like to reuse things over and over again and get my money out of them. Which I could probably check at Goodwill, but like I said, I think I'm at a point, like, because before I made this purchase, like, literally, I don't talk finances like I talk this kind of finances on here, but like a lot of TikTokers, I see them like, this is their income. Mm-mm, sorry. Like, I'm an 80s kid. I graduated in 80s. You don't talk about that kind of stuff. Like, I'll maybe discuss like how much my bills are, but no, I don't do that whole thing, because it's like, I don't even know if I want people to tell me their income. Like, it's not my business, you know what I'm saying? So, but I might check out the Restore for some of the stuff, but like I said, right now it's just where, I don't know, money's changed and priorities have changed, honestly. Like, um, but if I do need something, thank you for reminding me about that, because I don't remember a friend that did this up there said something about the Restore. Oh, I bought a mirror. It was half off. It wasn't going to go any lower. Which those are getting expensive. So yeah, the Restore for Humanity. Yeah. I can't believe we got that many cabinets for 600 bucks. Marketplace is a good place to look too. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and see, I was raised that same way. You don't ask people those questions and you just don't give it out. It's like you don't, or be careful who you give it out to, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, see, we were talking about that before. Is it decorando? You didn't tell me if I was saying that right, because I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong. But see, I'm not down for like, I do want to try some of that more of the Dollar Tree foods, but it's just not in me to pay more money for that food when I can get cheaper like at Aldi's. Sometimes even Hy-Vee. Like Hy-Vee is supposed to be the most expensive grocery store in my city, and I can get cheaper at Hy-Vee at times. It depends what the item is, but it's just the point. Like you just, like spices. I know you can get those cheaper at Walmart than you can at Dollar Tree. Pasta, Aldi, Walmart. I really need to check out Fairway. I haven't been in there for a while. Target, we do have a Target over here. I haven't checked their like pasta, like the base things. Like that's what I try to have in my house for food, like the base things. Surprisingly, the Dollar Tree that's by my house, they haven't had in the brown rice for I don't know how many months. So that's another thing. Like, ask the employees, like, if there's something that you usually buy there that they usually have in stock, if they're going to be carrying it. Because, what they have? Pepsi, and they didn't have any Mountain Dew in the 2 liter bottles. Last time I was up there. Actually, my last video I did, it was a walkthrough of Dollar Tree. And the person working told me that they're not going to carry it anymore, and it wasn't Dollar Tree, from my understanding. It was those companies. So like, I got the friend who did the work up here, things I can't do. Drink soda. I'm more of a coffee. I like my 20-cent coffee. It's probably 20 cents a cup now. But so I bought 2 liters because it was still the $1.75. It wasn't the 2.25. I should have just like grabbed them, since they're not going to get them anymore. And I don't even know if I can. Aldi sells them like in a 12 pack. So, you buy eggs. Oh, okay. 12 for 2.89 eggs up in Michigan for 2.89. I'll have to check out Aldi's. I want to do another walkthrough recording of all these food prices, but that's like hit or miss. Like, they really don't like it. There's a new manager that works there, and it's like, it's advertisement for you, and it's helping people out so they see what's on sale for the week. So I do kind of try to sneak that in there. I don't do it at Walmart though, because like only a few channels have permission to film at Walmart. So I think I'm going to ask for permission to film there. I mean, they think about Walmart and all the cameras. I don't need to. I don't want to issue. Like, I have Hy-Vee's permission from corporate, and so all these I'm just kind of like, I don't know why, but oh, no, don't worry about it. I understand. I did a Aldi walkthrough video. Mm. Yeah, we were talking about that. See, are they going down or are they on sale? Because we were talking about the butter, and it's been at 3.75 forever. And then see, I'll see it go back up, and then it comes back down. And sometimes, it'll be like advertised as a sale, and I'm like, no, no, it's not. Like, these stores are playing games with us. I'm trying to think what, because I can agree with you that some of them have come down, but it's just like, I don't know how to word this because it's almost like they're claiming that they're back to the prices that they used to be, but they're not. So I'm trying to, like 2 years ago or whatever, like, no, because I can scroll through my videos and here's the proof. This is what it was, and it's dated. Depends on the product. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it depends on the product. Because we have aluminum shortages, that's going to affect canned foods. Um, I mean, we have so many shortages going on that, just, let me see. Now, I haven't bought their waffles. Yeah, it does. I'll take a look when I go in there next time. Can you give me a couple ideas of what the products were that you saw lower in price? Because like I do the coffee and the creamer there, well, it is cheaper than what is that brand I buy? Oh, and I don't have any International Delight. So if I have this right in my mind, because it's been a while since I did the math on this one, but the 64 ounces of International Delight, with the Aldi prices on their creamer, if I would buy how many of those creamers for, what are the creamers up to now? Because I think they're over $2. I could be mistaken, but for the price of the creamer and the ounces taken into account the price per unit at Aldi's compared to the price of the International, I was actually better off going to Hy-Vee and buying the International Delight. Please make that math for me. This is a national brand. This isn't. It's Aldi's. And it's how many ounces? Like I could put, I think it was it two and a half of these creamers that Aldi sells into, it'd be like two and a half of them. It's how it was like priced. I don't remember to get to the 64 ounces. Yeah, it was saving money over here because again, remember, Hy-Vee will price match. So I just Google the price and I go with the lowest price. Okay, I'm just catching up. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, you're talking about the salads that like are like the pre-mix. They have everything with it and the salad dressing. Um, yeah, it does depend on the product. Bag salads. Okay, so they were $3.29. All at Aldi's, Miranda. Yes, it is flavored. I get the caramel macchiato from Aldi's. And that's what I buy in the International Delight. But per ounce, it is cheaper for the International Delight. The last time I did the math on it. Now, I am drinking the Aldi's creamer right now because I haven't been to the store. So my mom was there and I'm like, would you do me a favor and pick me up some creamer, please? So she did. She picked up a couple bottles. I'm like, okay, next, because I need to get to Hy-Vee and do my thing there. You're in Massachusetts. Okay, so food prices are higher out there, out east, it seems like, compared to here. Yeah, it's different. Well, at Aldi's, one thing I did notice is there's another channel who does food pricing, and he's in Ohio, and his prices will match like what I video for prices. So that's pretty impressive. Like if we have chicken on sale for $1.19, if I have time to watch one of his videos, he'll show it. It'll be the same price. So that kind of amazes me that the prices are the same in Ohio as they are here in Iowa. Um, and I think it's over $2 now, Miranda. It used to be $1.95. But I think it's over $2 now. Okay, you've been paying $4? Yeah, yeah. Everything's so expensive everywhere, and it's sad because it's like, then you divide it up for region, and it's like, oh my gosh, like out east, you're paying more, and I'm like, ooh, when somebody comments how much they paid for food, I'm just like, yeah, but I guess, like, where did it start at? That's the thing. Like, we all need to remember, like, what was the price before the price hikes, and, what's the lowest price that we can get it on sale and get that stocked up. Like, so, but I just, yeah, I cringe because I'm like, ooh. But, I don't live out there, so that's why I hope people are really keeping track of, like I said, if you cannot remember the prices, like get out a spiral notebook and a pen and just like write it down. Like write down like like this is so you kind of know the numbers. I don't want to send you an ebook. I don't want to sell you an ebook. It's like you don't need that. You can literally just take a notebook and write down hamburger meat. I mean, if that's your role, like I prefer hamburger meat even over steak. That's just who I am as a person. Like steak is good every once in a while, but no, I just prefer the hamburger. So if you can keep track of the prices, but that one I have in my mind. Like I know that right now it's about $5 a pound. I know it is. I haven't been to Hy-Vee for a while, so I'll go check it again. I know the organic at our Aldi's is over $5 a pound. I'm pretty sure. Last time I looked. Um, so I do know, like Miranda and I were talking earlier, like it will go down to 2.99, but it's so rare. So like the bottom low price that you're gonna find more often is 3.99, which a dollar higher, that's not bad. Like I'm not complaining over that because it's still cheaper than where I can buy it at other grocery stores. So that's why I'm gonna go in and stock up on it, and then always keep a little bit of money to the side in case it would drop to that 2.99, or something else would that I need to get to keep everything stocked up. You've been paying $4? What can I ask? What brand you're or where you've been buying that for $4? I apologize because I seriously cannot remember right now how much it is at Aldi's because I have not bought it. Well, hmm, did I buy it there? I'm trying to think if I bought it there because, like I said, my mom was going and just pick some up. Oh, the International Delight. Yeah, yeah. See, I like that brand too. Have you? You should try that with Hy-Vee sometime if you're there. Like, because if I have the math right on the International Delight, well, no, I know I'm right now because you're saying it's $4. So, and you live like how far from me? It's cheaper to get the 64 ounces. You're just getting a better deal. I know it's more out of pocket at the time, so I do understand that too. Like, what you're paying out of pocket versus going by the over, what you can afford for overall price. But the 64 ounces, just think of it this way: you're getting, I think it's two, but I know you can get it for cheaper on that if you like do the Google the price thing at checkout, because I've gotten them for like $6 for the bigger ones, and then I don't know what, I can't remember what store, but I've literally gotten the 64 ounces for like $3 and some change. because there was like a really good deal and they accepted it. So, I mean, you have to show the proof, like on your phone, the ad, like just pull it up on the phone and show them the ad. Dollar General or Walmart. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Now, see, Dollar General, I was impressed when I was in there the other day because, well, no, not the other day. Um, I did a haul, um, but like they had Pop Tarts, two for $6, the brand name. I saw in this last walkthrough I did of Dollar Tree that they were $3 a piece. I believe three. So I'm like, these are even cheaper at Dollar General. And Dollar General, you get to clip the coupons. And if you use Ibotta, Fetch, and all those, you're just adding on more savings. And besides the Dollar General coupons, so I like Dollar General. I try not to go in there too much because just because that's where like I buy like the paper towels, not paper towels, like toilet paper, um, dish liquid, that kind of stuff, because the coupons, I mean, they're not like they used to be, but it's still a better deal to me to get it there than, at other stores. Yeah, but okay, you've bought several things there too. Yeah, see, I need to go in there and just kind of check out and see what they have for food. But to me, it's kind of, isn't it? It's more like snacky food. It's not like I'm going to find the hamburger there. Am I like at Dollar General? Like I don't think I am. I could be mistaken. You know, I know they have a thing. Not meat. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out because like I said, I get like my paper products. Um, I don't need any cleaning products, so that's been a long time since I kind of did those. So yeah, and they don't have meat. Huh. Yeah. So for me, it would be like the filler food. Now, see, we don't have a HEB store, do we? Am I misunderstanding that? Oh, you have gotten gravy mixes there and pasta? You're gonna like Aldi's then. Because um I don't know what it is at Dollar General, but the 1 pound is like 89 or 98 cents at Aldi's walkthrough. I have videos down in my channel if you kind of want to see the prices. I just did a walkthrough of Aldi's not too long ago. So you can check that, kind of scroll through that if you want, Miranda, to kind of check things out, the prices. But it's either 89 cents or 98 cents. But then you can get the 2 pound for $1 something. And I was like, you know what? That's a better deal. So that's what I did. I just bought it in the 2 pound. Yeah, I'm very happy you did too. I'm glad you found me today. I've been wanting to do it live for a long time, and usually it's like at nighttime, and I'm like, mm. Now a lot of people are up at what time at night, so. Oh, in Texas. Huh. I don't remember that. Hmm. I've never. They're like a Walmart. Huh, I haven't been to Texas since 2002. Yeah. Well, I moved back home in 2003, so they're like a Walmart. I like the what's that store we used to have here? They have in Texas. Crap, I can't think of the name of it. Hmm. It's like a store where you can find all different kind of like things for a cheaper price. Or we had it and it closed down, and I was like, but they didn't have like the product that Texas had in their stores. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miranda. Well, I hope everything gets better for you, and thanks for hopping on today. And I'm gonna get going here soon too, but I'm pretty sure about that pasta. That's kind of one of those things that's hard for me to video sometimes, but it would be like about in the middle or like about 5 minutes in. So, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, come to another live. I'll probably be doing one again tonight, just like a chat room, because there's like a lot of people like me who have a hard time sleeping. So it's just kind of fun to just talk, just about anything. So I might try to do that tonight. So you have a good day and enjoy. Yeah. I totally understand that. But I got paperwork to do, so I don't know if I don't do a live tonight, it'll probably be tomorrow night. Because like I said, I do have paperwork and it's got to be turned in by tomorrow. So, but have a good day and enjoy your errands. And, I do look forward to seeing what you think of all these. I'm kind of curious. How many other people in the room have never shopped at Aldi's, or you don't have a Aldi's in your area? Because I think DeCorando, did you say that you had Aldi's? Oh, it's nice to meet you too. Oh, thank you. Bless your heart. I so appreciate that. Thank you. Again, leave a comment outside of this video so I can go check out your channel. I'd appreciate it. Because you're not that far from me. I mean, it's hours, but to me, Michigan's not that far. So, because I'd like to see some of that stuff. Oh, okay. So you have it too, and you love the Aldi store. See, I'm seeing more and more people who are going to Aldi's. I am like Aldi's is just busier. Like, but I mean, Hy-Vee's holding its ground. So's Aldi's. So that you love. Yeah, I guess you have Hy-Vee up there too, don't you? Because I don't know if you were on earlier when I was talking to Miranda about that, but like our, I got stuff under my bar, um, like our Aldi's or Hy-Vee, like I just swear they have these sales for their shoppers, like to reward their shoppers, because I never see them advertised. It's just so I go up and down every single aisle in that store. It doesn't take that long. I mean, if you think about it, because like I said earlier, everybody's always go around the perimeter. Do the perimeter. Well, you haven't shopped at Hy-Vee then, because this side of the perimeter is like the frozen foods, that kind of thing. The health stuff is up there, but there's still the row of the prepackaged frozen food. So. And if you don't need the paper products and that kind of thing, then you can skip those aisles if you don't have pets, that kind of thing. So you're skipping how many aisles? It does not take you long to go up and down there, because a lot of us are creatures of habit. We buy a lot of the same things. So it's just knowing where they're at in the store and, seeing if it's on sale. Like, it doesn't take that long. I can be at Hy-Vee, and unless I'm doing the couponing thing, which I always do, but if I'm just mainly going in there for creamer and like a couple other things that other stores don't sell, like I'm in and out there within an hour easy. But like, and that's going up and down the aisles. Like, is there something else I use on a regular basis that I know is cheaper in the store than it is at Aldi's? And that's why, like I said, it's important. Like, I do believe in, like if you can't remember or you kind of don't have an idea, write it down so that you do know what the prices are. Or you know what, put it on your phone. Put it under notes on your phone so you can kind of look back and see like what you paid for it. So it's right there and handy with you while you're grocery shopping. Because yeah, you're missing out if you don't. Like, you're just really missing out if you don't. And I don't know if Fairway and other stores offer that. Like I call them the surprise sales. Like, I've gotten chicken meat on sale and I'm talking boneless chicken breast for like a buck something a pound. I know was not advertised. So I'm just kind of like, thank you. Like, like it's just a bonus. Now, I understand some people might not like that, but you're already in the store because you either went there because you had an ad, you saw what was on sale, that kind of thing. Um, or you just shop there all the time. Something brought you in. Your son works at Aldi. Okay. Oh, he has a discount. Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, it's good that so I assume he's in university. Discounts help. Like somebody else was saying on here earlier that Kroger, it was buy one, get one free on their bagels. I mean, every little bit adds up. That's why, when we were talking earlier about Dollar Tree and the $1.25 and some things $1.50, it's like, mm-mm. I'm glad a lot of their food is at $1.25. I'm going to say that again, but I know I can go to Aldi and I can save how much money right there on just even pasta. It's I want to say it's 89 cents. So I mean that's 35 cents. That's only one item. So imagine what else I'm saving by, adding it up. I do want to try some more food from Dollar Tree, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'll check it out and see. Because I have a few ideas of future videos coming of what I am going to try. But again, it's just not in me to overpay for food. It's just not in me unless it's like one or two items. I'm already at the grocery store and I'm just like, I am not stopping at our store. But, for anybody new in the room, I drive by, all these stores are in one cluster for me. So if something is cheaper at Dollar Tree, it's not, I can go right by Dollar Tree and pick it up. Or if I know Dollar Tree's going to be closed before, I get done at these stores, I stop there first. So it just makes it so much easier. And then, because I worry about the gas prices. Like, if you're running, people who have these stores all spread out, like, how much extra are you wasting on gas to run from store to store to store when you could just shop at one store? Yeah, you would have paid like a little bit more here, a little bit more there, like 10 cents an item. But what's your gas usage? And that's another thing. It's just like, the food shopping. Like, comparing the price of food. Like, okay, the ounces versus the price on a product at Aldi compared to any other store you went to. I would do the same on gas. Like, okay, I spent this much extra and I know I could have got it for this much cheaper, because if we're talking like $5 and you're only spending like $1 on fuel to get there, I'd save the $4 and go to the other store. But for a lot of people, time is money. So I do understand where you're just like, I'm losing more in money right now, so I don't have the time. That makes sense. Um, oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Sorry, I'm like up in that thing, but I'm like, okay. I'll make sure the comments are the same. Kroger has one special aisle like clearance. Wow. That's a great deal for $10.99 from 21. I refuse to pay $21 for Tide. And that's only detergent I'll use. Yeah, I can see why. Like, we really need them where I live. Like, I'm not that far from you, and it's like, why do we not have Kroger? We don't have a lot of things down here, which is annoying. Now, if I moved to a bigger city, I'd have to Google that actually. So much closed down after 2020, and that was another, like, big hit for the city I'm in. Like, so many stores had already left, went bankrupt and left, and then the ones that were left here ended up closing, and it's like, yeah, you should have hung it out a little bit, longer, because you would have got the business back. I don't understand it, because it's like, I'm in a city, but I'm not in that big of a city, in my opinion. I'm not. So you would have got the customers there. So we're down to, I'll put it this way, we have more grocery stores than we do like the big retailers. Like I'm not talking like Walmart and Target. We have Walmart and Target, but we don't like we have Kohl's, but we don't have like the Macy's and these other stores. Our Ross is smaller and it sucks. Like, I have never found, I see these people on YouTube, and they're showing what they got at Ross, and I'm like, nope. I've even gone up there to try to purchase something that I saw somebody get at Ross, and I understand, they sell different things in different regions, but good luck. I don't know. I don't know if they get as many trucks or what. Um, yeah, you love Kroger. Also, make sure to check Target, like Target Circle, but Dollar General. Like, I get my Tide from Dollar General. That's where I buy my Tide. Is Dollar General, because they have the coupons that you can clip. Um, Plus on Saturdays is spend 25, get 5 off, so you're down to 20. So I just feel like for, at least in my area, I get a better deal, but I'm going to assume for Tide, that was $21. That was the big, what is it, 164-ounce bottle? The big one with like the cap where you turn it and pour. And I think in my area, that is, I don't think it's 20 something. I don't think it's $21 at Dollar General. Like, it's so funny to me, because Dollar General was one, excuse me, my undershirt also was going down. But Dollar General was like my least viewed video, and it's like, maybe I didn't do the thumbnail right or whatever, what I was showing on there, but I'm just like, the deals there are just really, they're better than Dollar Tree. I don't know. Some people might disagree with that. Like, let me know in the comments, like, because I haven't gone down and done like the big price comparison. Let's say in toilet paper. Like, is it cheaper to buy the 4 rolls at Dollar Tree? Or is it cheaper to buy the big packs at Dollar General? Just kind of curious of other people's opinion because I met a lady at Dollar General and she likes to buy the 4 rolls at Dollar General because of the coupons. I'm more of, I want the big packs. I feel like, well, from what I read on the package, that's, that I'm comparing it to, it's like, it's a better deal there, but I always think about Dollar Tree and like, is there 4 rolls? Like, a good deal? A better deal than the bigger packs now, but after 2020 and that whole thing with the toilet paper and people fighting over it, and, everybody's like, toilet paper is made here in the US, like we don't need to stock up on it. Don't worry about it. It's like, but you do realize the supplies come from Canada, right? And, tariffs. So, yeah, I wouldn't quit stocking up on that. I would keep buying toilet paper. And if you use paper towels a lot, mm-hmm. Love Kroger. Oh, you have to, yep. TJ Maxx. Yep. I like TJ Maxx too. You don't have Ross store. Yeah, I don't know if I just missed the boat on the Ross store here or what, but I found it interesting. Miranda, the area that she's close to, is it south of there? Oh, I've driven there enough. I don't pay attention, I'm not gonna lie. But they don't have a Five Below. Oh, I think it's north. It's by our capital. And I'm like, because I just took my mom, her friend home to that area where Miranda's actually at. And she was talking about the Vaseline lippies. Like, here, let me show you. And I couldn't believe this. Like, I guess these were viral, like on TikTok. Like the rosy lips, these little Vaselines right here. And you used to be able to buy it like in a tube for your lips. And I'm like, I don't remember that. But anyhow, so I asked her how many years ago? But so I said something about those, and at Five Below, she never heard of Five Below. And I'm like, really? And then there's a sign right there because I wanted to eat at a certain restaurant, like it's not far from her house. It's it's decent price. It's buffet and play like we're on the road for like 2.5 to. Depends how fast I drive. I'm just gonna be honest, but it's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive. So yeah, we need to eat out, a meal. So I like going to that one because I just feel like you get a better deal for what you're paying for the buffet and the food. So anyhow, but there was a big sign right there, Five Below coming soon, and I'm like, there you go. It's like, go check it out because they carry them, and they're cheaper in Dollar Tree. You don't have Ross stores. We have five. You have Five Below also. Yeah, I see. I can find some really good, like, like I don't have kids at home, because I'm how old, but for people who do have kids at home and grandkids and stuff like that, I mean, Five Below, they really have some good deals. Like I got a 5 pack of that Vaseline's lip therapy for $5. So Dollar Tree, I'm saving myself ironically $1.25. Yeah. You see me counting on my fingers? Like, literally, yeah, I am. I'm saving, which is ironic. But I am. By buying that 5 pack, I'm saving $1.25. So I quit kind of doing my lippies at, because I'm a junkie for like the, I get red lips. I just go and get them at Five Below. Now, I don't buy food at Five Below because, they have the candies there and they have, like the different candies and stuff like that. No. I mean, if you're looking for a deal on candy though, that would be a place to get it. Because I did get like chocolates and stuff from Dollar General from like Easter from their sale. And I got a really good deal on that because chocolate's going up so much that I'm just like, I don't care if it's in the form of an Easter bunny. I really don't. Take it out of the package, put it in a bag. If you just want it chunked into pieces, you know, throw the bag against the counter. Make sure you have a really good bag. You have chocolate chunks. I mean, it's really that easy, and you're saving yourself how much money? I mean, unless you're looking for like a certain candy bar or something like that, but nope. You have Minnesota. Oh, it's a Japanese store. Oh, huh. Super cute stuff. We don't have that here. Like I said, our stores are just, you guys got it up there too. Like our stores are just really, I don't know. Like they need to bring more stuff in. Because it's like, I don't know, everybody's stressed out enough about prices and not being able to eat this and having to eat that because of the food prices, or they're going in debt, which, my gosh, because they want to eat this and they buy this and they put it on their credit card, then they can't pay their credit card off at the end of the month, and I'm like, well, I hope that steak was worth it to you. And I'm not saying that in an offensive way, but it's just like, don't do that. Like, because you're going to pay, depending on your APR, you're going to pay a lot of money. Nobody's perfect. I get that. I'm not perfect myself. I mean, we all make mistakes. We all have our binges. We all have our whatevers. But, I don't know. Some of these, I don't know. People who are just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna speak for myself and what and my feelings on it and what I do. I don't do it that way. I know everybody does things different, but I don't know. I can't. Did you uh Decorando? Did you say that you did want me to share those bigger purchases, like and how I did it and that kind of thing? Because you didn't answer me earlier about that, because I really did think about doing those as a video, because I'm like, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who can relate to like what I'm going through now. Like, when you do own your house and repairs come up and, that kind of thing, and we're already dealing with the food prices, and I need to get my Instagram back up and going so I can ask people questions on Instagram, and I probably need to post more like on YouTube so I can ask like what people want to see, because my whole thing about my channel is saving money. I do prefer quality over quantity, but the bottom line is saving a buck. For anybody who's thinking about subscribing, I'm going to tell you right now that I will pay 100. I don't know my cap yet on this because, well, actually, well, do I need it or do I want it? That's what I have to ask myself. But I am the type of person who, I looked at Target. Now, I don't care if a purse has no name brand. I really don't. I'm more interested in the quality. That's my bottom line. There was a purse there. It's like $50. No name brand. It's supposed to be leather. And I'm like, this isn't gonna last. Like, you can feel it. You just feel it. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, this isn't good. I'm gonna have to be back in here and paying another how much for another purse. So I will buy Coach, but you just have to be careful. They carry them at TJ Maxx, where you can get them for a pretty decent deal. My TJ Maxx hasn't had them for a while, so I'm wondering if something's going on with that. But I was by a Coach outlet, and I was like, I wanted to run in there and check and see kind of what they had and like film a little clip to see if they had a sale. But I had my mom and her best friend with me. I was taking the best friend home, and in their defense, it was like 2:45, and they hadn't eaten lunch. That's about when I eat my first meal in a day. So I was like, well, we're 10 minutes away from where you want to, where we're eating, but okay. So I do things like that, but they've lasted me for, I have purses that I need to find one because it is well over 10 years old. Well over it. And you wouldn't be able to tell. It's like you would not be able to tell that purse is that old. It looks brand new. I've been like I've been decluttering, getting rid of stuff. So I'll come upon it sometime soon. Um, yes, please do videos like this because we need to save money and learn to save money in grocery. Yeah, but see, I don't just stop at groceries. Like I do like the Tide detergent, the toilet paper, kids toys, because I know I got viewers out there that have kids. Um, sadly, I was doing necessities and on short videos. I do a lot of these on short videos, and sadly, people weren't watching the ones that were like necessities. And I'm like, it's kind of like a dilemma because it's like, like I did a few of them, and I'm just like, but boom, I put out a Coach purse, and I'm getting the views. I'm like, you know, it's like, but I do see that people are now starting to go back and watch some of those necessity shorts, but it's like it's too late. Like that video is now how old? That shirt's not in TJ Maxx anymore. Like you lost out on a deal, basically, because you could have got it for $10 and the shirt's gone. So I don't know, I'll keep doing videos like this. How to save money in the grocery. Yeah, it was kind of different, and it's nothing to Miranda because like my heart goes out for Miranda. It really does because that's really got to be tough, and she was, yeah, I do. Yeah, I use coupons. Yeah. Do you know? I mean, you don't have to use coupons if you don't want to, but I do. I do as much as I can to save money on groceries. That is for on anything I buy. If I drink alcohol, which I don't, believe me, I would be looking for a coupon for that alcohol. Believe that. So like that's just my role. That is basically what my whole channel is about, is saving money. I know there's people out there that would just love it if I just did Dollar Tree videos constantly, but you can't buy everything you need at Dollar Tree. You can't buy everything you want at Dollar Tree. I mean, there's just got to be this fine line. Like, I have no problem going in there and filming for people, but at times, honestly, like, I think it confuses some people, even though I do have it under my channel thing that, I like to save money. It confuses people because it's like a food video and then it's this one on clothing. But yeah, because we need food and we need clothing. Now, do we need clothing every month? I don't. But, if you're working well, I know people who do construction, they don't need clothing every month. But it's just the point. Like, this is where the sale's at, and I am a firm believer that if you stock up, it's going to save you from these issues down the road that we were discussing earlier. And, I'm just, so stocking up saves you from job loss, if you're sick for a while, if your spouse would lose their job, if they become sick, like I haven't had to personally, well, and it did affect me, but like, I've had uh, a step parent pass away like 4 years ago. My dad just passed away in December, so it's kind of like, I hope his wife is doing well, and that she has some finance, the money she needs, and she can make it, on the one income, because things are getting really rough out there. Oh, okay, I see that. Okay. Yeah, many people are saving a lot of money using coupons. Yeah, you're right. So that's kind of what I do on my channel. It's just not like food. I'm sorry, maybe it's my ADHD brain. I just can't stick with food, because it's like, okay, then what if you find somebody who's just really totally down and out, and they're like, okay, I need this product. Where is the cheapest place to buy it? I can at least give them my suggestion of where I find it, and they can Google it and see the price in their area. That is the nice thing about this day and age. We all have our phones. We can all look things up. And you might go, it's not that cheap in my area. The store is cheaper. That's awesome. Go get it there. I mean, that's the whole point of doing these videos is, like, this is where I found it, and leave a comment, like, on my channel, like, hey, I found it here for this price. Awesome, because guess what? If I have that store, I'm going to go look at that store and say, hey, so and so told me to go look at this store, and look at this. This is actually cheaper here than where I was buying it. Now, if I had to spend the extra 75 or buck or whatever to get there, I'll do, if it's somewhere that, I go by there to whatever, I'll check, but I might make one special trip, but if it's like an area that I just don't go to, then I probably won't, because it's like that it would eat up my gas money. Yeah, many people do save a lot of money using coupons. I totally agree. See, and with the Krogers, they also get the fuel discount. Now we get that at Hy-Vee, but from my understanding, Kroger's, I believe you get the fuel discount I saw online just from going in, like just from shopping. And we don't have that. I hope they change that. I should, I think I'll do an email or something. Like, but in our area, that's not competition for them. Like, it's not competition for them at all. I try to save money, but my husband not helping. For example, the air conditioner. I try to use the Okay, I try to use the fan, but he doesn't want it. He turned on. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, he wants the air conditioner. You use the fans, but he doesn't want it. Yeah. Yeah, I can honestly say that's one of the benefits of being single or divorced. It's like I don't have to worry about things like that anymore. Like, because I mean, when it comes, the bottom line of money in general is how much people are willing to spend on something. Like, I'm not willing to spend, I don't know. Okay, coffees. People do coffees. Like, if that coffee doesn't have a lot of caffeine, and I'm talking some good shots of espresso, I'm not going to spend the whatever it costs, $5 to whatever dollars for it. I'm not. You know, I know people do coffee every day, or, you know, I do it as a treat. I was doing it before, but no. It's just, you know, but somebody else is like, this is their thing. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yeah, I pay $8 a cup or whatever, and they enjoy it. So everybody's got like their cap. Like some people, I don't even know, where can you buy sheets for $20? Because that confuses me. Like, I looked at Walmart and they were like 50, 40, 48, $49. So with tax, it was like $50. So for me, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, think outside the box when you're stocking up. But I'm sorry, that's kind of, yeah, the electricity, yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Like I said, I'm grateful. Well, I don't know. It's like 50-50 with being single and, you know, being married. But that is one thing, you know, like the electricity, you know, like you do save money not using air, but I'm more like of a, like the cold. Like, I'd rather cut my utilities down during the wintertime. So I do the opposite of what you're trying to do, Ashley. Like, I keep my house cooler in the wintertime, and then it's cooler in the summertime also. Because for me, the heat is just, yeah, I don't like it hot, hot. It's just too much with the humidity where I live. So I do the opposite. And especially when you go to sleep, I don't, you know, I don't like it to be like hot, where I can't sleep. But fans really do help. Ceiling fans help. They help out a lot. So I totally understand where you're coming from on that one. But my question is, like, does he work outside all day or does he do an inside job? Because I know, like, some people that work outside all day, they're just like, nope, like, they want, you know, they're not going to compromise that air conditioner during the summertime because they're out in the heat all day. And then I guess I do know other people that, you know, because once your body is used to that temp of being outside, they're not as big on the air conditioner because, you know, they're used to being outside. So, you know, at nighttime it kind of, I can't say it totally cools down, but, you know, it's not as hot as it was during the daytime, but that humidity. So, I think I'm going to wrap this up because I did not expect to be on here for, does it show me on my phone? For 2 hours. Um, so, but thank you for everybody who's been in the room. Hit the like button. I appreciate it if you'd hit it on your way out also, because it just gets my videos out there into YouTube algorithm. And it just helps my channel to grow. And I am going to be doing lives. I like doing I like doing lives at night. So like if you know, have insomnia like me or you're just a night owl or whatever, I'll just turn on my camera and just like start videoing. Well, you know, just like a chat room. I just have an open chat room so people can talk and discuss whatever you kind of want to do. Like it's just, you know, and then as far as during the daytime, I really do want to connect with people on my channel more and kind of talk about food prices and, you know, the prices that we're paying for everything else. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous right now. And it's making it harder for people to survive. We were talking about this earlier that, you know, by the time, you know, you take in, I know the title is Let's Talk About Food Prices. Probably should have stuck there, but I didn't have a big, you know, a lot of people in the room at once, which that's fine. You know, I haven't done a live for a while, so I totally get it. But we kind of went from food prices to, we were talking about the prices of everything else. And it's a lot when you take all of that into consideration. Like, if you own it, so you got your food, clothing, you got kids, their clothing, their school supplies, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it just really adds up. And then if you own a home on top of that, the, the taxes, my gosh. I'm just like, and then there's people who, have lost some of their help that they were getting, and my heart just goes out to them. So, yeah, it's kind of messed up right now. But I will be back on later tonight. Like I said, I have to get some paperwork done. I had time this afternoon, so I'm like, get on there. Let's get a day going where I can do lives and kind of connect with y'all. So y'all have a great evening. And again, if I'm on later tonight, it'll probably just be a chat room, just to kind of talk, because it's so close to 7 o'clock right now that I don't know if it's worth starting at 7, but you never know with me what I might do. So I don't know. I'm just really trying to build my channel and, connect with people on here, basically, like, and get their ideas and share mine. So, anywho, okay, I will talk to you all later. Again, thank you for stopping by, and take care, and let me know what deals you're finding, because I'm always interested in that. So, I'll see y'all later.